Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 2 minutes. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 60 seconds. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 30 seconds. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 10 seconds.
When it comes to your health, are you seeing the check engine light come on more than normal? It's time to get under the hood. It's time for Ask the Doctor with Dr. Michael Lang. Sponsored by Lang Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins. Dr. Lang is a board-certified optometric physician and certified nutrition specialist, helping people see and feel better through proper nutrition for 25 years. The doctor is in. Call now with your questions at 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. Here's your host, Dr. Michael Lang.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Ask the Doctor, or Ask the Doctors this morning. I'm Dr. Michael Lang, of course, with my co-host, Dr. Richard Hall, here each and every Saturday morning, live to answer any and all questions you may have regarding your vision, eye care, or a nutritionally related topic. So pick up the phones, give us a call. Don't be shy. We got a lot to talk about today. If you're new to the program, who's Dr. Lang? I'm a board-certified optometric physician. I'm a certified nutritional specialist. Founded Lang Eye Care and Associates March 15th of 1993. Opened my first office in Ocala, Florida. We grew to 14 locations. And I was blessed a few years back to have a large corporation want to buy out all my offices. So I sold everything but the Lang Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida. I still enjoy seeing patients. So I see patients 3 to 5 days a week at the Lang Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida. Also, I'm the founder of Fortify Vitamins. I started doing nutritional research for eye vitamins over 20 years ago, and started developing eye vitamins first: Fortify Macular Defense, Fortify Zinc-Free Macular Defense, Fortify Advanced Dry Eye Therapy, and Advanced Retina Formula. But then we saw that people taking our eye vitamins became healthier. So we actually branched out into whole body wellness. And that's when we brought Dr. Richard Hall on the team many years ago. He's a PhD in clinical nutrition. He's an icon in the sports nutrition world and the anti-aging wellness world. And he heads up research for Fortify Vitamins. He runs the Lang Nutrition Center in Ocala, Florida. He is an asset to the team. Both Dr. Richard Hall and myself will be available in the Fortify Nutrition Center today around 12:30. We'll be there from 12:30 to 3 today, 12:30 to 3, and we'll be live. So come on by. Doc Hall is going to show everybody a easy exercise routine that everybody can do at any age to help stop that dreaded sarcopenia. That's the muscle wasting in our body as we age, and help build muscle at any age. So come on by today, Fortify Nutrition Center in Clearwater, Florida. That's on McMullen Booth Road, right there in the Bayside Bridge Plaza where Publix is. It's Fortify Nutrition Center. You can't miss it. We usually have a pretty big crowd. And of course, all of you guys and gals listening, come on out. And that's including you, Steve. Genius Steve, who's a caller on this show quite often. He said he's going to come out once Doc Hall is there with me. So come on out. Doc, we're going to have a lot of fun, aren't you? But first, I want to tell people that are watching Facebook, switch from Facebook, go to Instagram, Dr. Michael Lang _, go to YouTube, go to Twitter. The Facebook is running very slow right now. Doc, what do we have on the agenda today?
Good morning to my best friend and colleague and partner in crime, Dr. Lang. And of course, to our listeners, we're glad you're with us today. Glad you're taking a little time out this morning to visit with us. We hope to give you some good information and advice this morning. We have a busy weekend. After the radio show, as Dr. Lang said, we'll be heading over to the Clearwater store for a personal appearance for a few hours. And I'll be doing an exercise demo over there on some problem areas for everybody. And especially, I've had a lot of ladies call me up and say, Doc, what can we do with the, and for you, that are listening on radio, this is not going to make any sense at all, but on the podcast, if you can see me, it's that dreaded underneath the arm wobble. And we're going to take care of that today, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to show you some things on balance, and so maybe we can stop that falling and balance problems and like that. Then tomorrow we're going to be at the PCA bodybuilding competition over in Ybor City, and Dr. Lang, Logan Lang, and I will be at our booth. And so stop by and say hi, even if you don't come into the competition and like that. Stop by and see us. It's an opportunity to really visit with all three of us. And it starts at 2 p.m. tomorrow. And so we have a busy day today and tomorrow, busy weekend. Glad to be here. We're glad you're here. Back to you, Dr. Lang.
And before we go to the next call, I want to just shout out to two good friends out there that have some really cool businesses. Fred, that owns To Your Health throughout Florida, has a location on 441 right near the Villages, a To Your Health spa. He's in the process of opening To Your Health Natural Cafe, Juice Bar, and Vitamin Shop in less than 1 month. It's right on 441 between the Villages and Leesburg. Amazing gym. He's got racquetball, he's got swimming, but he's going to have this restaurant that has all organic, non-GMO foods on the menu. And he's going to have a really cool vitamin shop. You'll be able to get the entire line of 4 to 5 vitamins there. So on Saturdays and Sundays, you'll probably be able to go there. Of course, you can get them at the Lang Eye Institute. You can get them at Fortify Nutrition Center in Clearwater and Lang Nutrition Center in Ocala, Florida. Remember, check us out on the web at fortify.com. That's FORTIFEYE. FORTIFEYE. Fortify.com. The website is all new now. It's a brand new website. Same name, but brand new website. Super secure. Check out our auto ship section on there. The auto ship gives you 15% off and free shipping. Check out the bundle section. Everything on the bundle. Doc Hall and I have taken everything that works synergistically together and given you some amazing deals. So if you have dry eye, if you want to lose weight, if you have macular degeneration, we've put bundles together that are discounted. I got to tell you, that's about a 40% discount when you include the free shipping. But you can also shop by products. You can shop by category, by concern. Makes it very easy at the new website at fortify.com. All right, we're going to go to the phones. Let me give you the phone number. If you got a question, give us a call. We're broadcasting through a variety of radio stations throughout the United States and, of course, all over social media. Give us a call at 1-877-969-8600. 1-877-969-8600. All right, we're going back to the phones. Everybody know who's usually first. I think it's Bob. Bob, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, doctors. Good morning. Pleasant Saturday morning to you both. I have a probably going to be a dumb question here, but my wife, as well as my daughter, struggle with rosacea, and there are different things on the market to deal with that. And I know that you have told me in the past that the mite that's the culprit behind rosacea also is dealt with a Bruder mask around the eyes. Now, my dumb question is, if once they're eradicated, what is the source of reinfection?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I don't know if anybody really knows the exact answer. I do know this, that my patients that have dogs and cats in the house, and the dogs get in the bed and the cats are in the bed, it seems to me they're more prone to have Demodex mites on their eyelashes. Now, a lot of veterinarians will say that's not necessarily the case. So I think people that are most prone to have Demodex are ones that are outdoors a lot, all right, around animals, but outdoors, whether you're on the golf course or hiking in the woods. You know, you leave your glass bubble of a house, you're more prone to get these. But then again, I've got lots of patients that develop Demodex blepharitis that are in nursing homes as well. Now, who's to say they didn't catch these years ago, and they've just been smoldering and living in the meibomian glands and laying eggs, and doctors have missed this for years and years and years. Many patients come in and they've had chronic dry eye symptoms, chronic red, burny, teary eyes, and were diagnosed with dry eye. And well, they do have a dry eye, but the reason for their dry eye is these Demodex mites are laying eggs in the meibomian glands and in the hair follicles and blocking the glands that secrete the outer lipid layer of your tear film, which is crucial for dry eye. And so a lot of times doctors will say, well, you do have blepharitis, but they fail to diagnose the blepharitis correctly. And they diagnose as say a staph bacteria blepharitis, and they put you on just a regular lid scrub, or even worse yet, an antibiotic ointment. And that does nothing to eradicate these Demodex mites. So a tea tree oil derivative is the best thing at killing these. And we have on our website a product made by Optase, and it's tea tree oil gel. And that really helps to eradicate these Demodex mites quite efficiently. And I usually tell patients to do it twice a day, in the morning and the evening. In the morning, you scrub your eyelashes with it and then rinse it off. But in the evening, scrub your eyelashes with it and leave it on when you go to bed. That way it gets into these glands and kills the eggs and the egg sacs. And then there's a procedure we do at the Lang Eye Institute. If this is really resistant, think of these as they look almost like a little centipede that has crab claws, okay? And they hang on really tight. And sometimes we have to use a procedure that we do where we take a special little machine that has a rotating brush, a microscopic little drill almost, with a special pad, and we use a special cleaning detergent that kills these suckers. It slices and dices them and cleans them, and it's called Blefex. And it's a procedure not covered by insurance. It costs $200 to do. I do it personally. It takes about 10 minutes, and it gets rid of all of this and eradicates, and it's gone. Okay. So usually the cleansing gels will get rid of this, but you got to do it every day for about 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes even longer than that. Okay.
All right. Again, a wealth of information, Doctor. Appreciate it again. Lord willing, we'll talk to you next Saturday.
All right, Bob, you have a good one. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, Bob.
And Bob's been a caller for eons. He really has. I mean, he's been calling when we were in the old studios before we moved here to the Salem Media. We're on a lot of different radio stations here in Tampa. I mean, from 9 to 11, geez, almost the whole dial. It's crazy how many different stations we're on. And we're also on in Sarasota tomorrow from 11 to 12 on 9:30 a.m. And we're on Mondays on 10:40 a.m. from 6 to 7 in the evening. So drive time, 10:40 a.m. Mondays from 6 to 7 in the evening. And then we run these tapes throughout a variety of networks throughout the week. All right, we're going to get ready to take another call here in 1 second. Everybody, once again, check out our website at fortifeye.com, FORTIFEYE, and go to the eye care section and you can see the supplements that we've developed for eye care, and you can see all the different cleaners for the lids and the lubricating eye drops. Everything on there, I stand behind 100%. All right, let's go back to the phones. Steve in Clearwater. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
This is a suggestion. It's not necessarily scientifically proven, but there is some evidence for it. If you're having trouble with mites or skin, chiggers or any of that, don't use these fruit smell shampoos like strawberry essence or coconut this or blueberry that, because they do in fact leave a scent on your hair, on your skin, like you're a plant. And so it will attract certain insects when you use these shampoos. So what I recommend to Bob is if anybody is using in the family is using those shampoos that have like strawberry essence or something, go to a neutral cleansing shampoo, and it might help. Can't say it will, but it might.
Awesome. That's good to know.
Yeah. Okay. God bless.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
Steve, that's one of my favorite things in the morning. I look forward to that fruit smelling shampoo that I use. And for you that are just listening on the radio, I have a shaved head, so not shampoo really is no value to me. So, if you're talking about growing hair and things like that, I'm not the person to see on that. If you want to make muscles and live a healthier life, we can help you with that. But I'm not real good in the hair growth department.
I got to tell you, we drove in from the beach this morning, and I pulled the Viper out of the garage, and it's a convertible pushing about 700 horsepower. And that's why my hair is really spiked this morning, because we had the type down. But, Doc Hall didn't have his hair, flowing in the wind, but he was glued to the seat, though. I got to tell you that.
I'll tell you what, that car has some power. I was amazed. Well, not really. I knew what it was capable of, but that early in the morning. And but we got up super early today, and Dr. Lang was knocking on my door at like 6 o'clock in the morning, said, "You ready for a quick run on the beach?" And we did a quick run. We came back, hit to the gym real quick, and then jumped in the Viper and on our way over here. So we wanted to try to get that in early because we have such a packed day today and tomorrow too. But last night, folks, we always say on the show that, Dr. Lang and I, we talk the talk and we walk the walk, and we certainly do. Last night, 9 o'clock at night, after both of us working all day and me driving over from Ocala to Tampa with Logan, we were in the gym last night, 9 o'clock, pumping the iron and doing it. It'd been very easy just to say, let's not do it. We'll do it more tomorrow or whatever. But we didn't. And you know what? When we walked out, we got in the parking lot, we high-fived, jumped in the car, and we felt better, So don't give it up, folks. Don't make excuses for not taking care of yourself. And that's what this whole thing's about. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about benefits of exercise, too. I want to get that in. It's amazing the things, just a little bit of exercise. I'm not talking about going to the gym every day and like that, but little things you can do at home. So stay tuned for that, because I have about 10 things here that you'll be amazed when you hear. So back to you, Dr. Lang.
All right. And last night, after we worked out, right when we got to the condo at the beach, we took a Fortify Fit and a Fortify grass-fed whey isolate, shook it up. Logan, who's my son, Doc Hall, and myself, and we had a super high protein post-recovery drink. And Doc Hall failed to tell you this morning that it's bachelors this weekend, so the wives and the girls are all at the Bay home. So I was the chef this morning after we worked out and ran. I cooked up. We both had 3 eggs each. We had some organic grass-fed beef and some goat cheese, and that was a super high protein breakfast this morning. One of the problems a lot of our listeners have, Doc Hall, and we're getting ready. Oh, we got a lot of people loaded up. Is they're not getting enough protein. A lot of you listening are not getting enough protein and not enough exercise. But if you get an exercise, you're still not getting enough protein. And so that's where our fortified proteins come into play. We've got a chocolate protein, we've got a vanilla protein, and we've got an unflavored protein. Check out these proteins. They're the best of the best. They're New Zealand grass-fed and American grass-fed, non-denatured, means they haven't been destroyed with heat and acid like the majority of whey proteins you buy. And whey protein is the most bioavailable protein known to man. If you have milk problems, you usually don't have a reaction to whey because all the bad stuff in the milk has been removed. So check out our Fortify Super Protein and our Fortify Grass-Fed Whey Protein Isolate. All right,
Dr. Lang, I just want to just jump in there 1 second. On the way over here this morning, if you remember, I made a comment to you that, gee, I'm not sore this morning, my chest and my shoulders, because that's what I worked out last night. I worked out pretty hard. We hit it hard last night. And but the reason why, folks, honestly, and I truly believe this, is the formula that Dr. Lang and I came up with, our FIT formula, the ultimate muscle fuel. We both had that last night with some protein as soon as we got to the condo. And honestly, I woke up this morning, I felt like $1,000,000 ready to go, and there's no muscle soreness, no DOMS. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. And believe me, I've trained for the last 40 years. No, I'm not that old, 20 years.
Maybe 30.
Maybe 30. And but honestly, that it does work. It works wonders, and good tasting, and it's easy. It's simple to do. You don't need a blender with our products. That's the amazing part about it. A lot of these proteins and drinks and like that, you have to whip out a big blender, and with ours, it mixes up in a shaker, and it tastes great. So you'll be good to go.
Okay, we're going to the phones. We got a lot of people on hold. I see we got California, Oklahoma, and New Jersey. Let's go to Pauline first. Pauline, thanks for holding. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Lang. I don't have a question. I would just like to say that the superfood powder you gave me, it strengthened my legs. I had a heart attack in January, and my legs were very weak after that. But since I've been taking that superfood powder, they're getting back to normal.
Awesome.
And also, I don't have that goop in the corner of my eyes anymore. And from the eye formula you gave me, and I had arthritis in my thumb, and that's gone since I've been taking these two products. And I'd like to tell your audience what a kind person you are, that I'm homeless, and you were so kind. You gave me the superfood powder for free and a eye drop, and I just want them to know that you're a kind, compassionate person, and not just very intelligent and successful.
Pauline, thank you very much. I know exactly who you are, and I'm glad I can help you. And keep doing everything that we've talked about, and keep me posted with what's going on, and I'm always available for you.
Okay, thank you, doctor. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Pauline. Bye-bye. Have a great day. And that's what it's all about, helping people anytime we can. And Doc Hall and I will go that extra mile and bend over backwards to help anybody, no matter what, they are. They can be billionaires. We see billionaires. We see people with no money at all. We see homeless people. We see people that live in mansions. So we're available at the Lang Nutrition Center in Ocala, Fortify Nutrition in Clearwater, and certainly the Lang Eye Institute. And what she's talking about is the Fortify Organic Blue-Green Superfood. It's an amazing superfood. It has 16 different organic fruits and vegetables, non-genetically modified, 6 adaptogenic organic mushrooms, enzymes, and probiotics. Folks, there's really nothing like it on the market, especially for the price. You could not put these in capsules because you'd have to be taking 25 capsules or some crazy amount of capsules. So you got to be very careful when people are putting things in capsules. You might not be getting therapeutic amounts. And also make sure it's always certified organic, FODMAP-free, and gluten-free. All right, we're going to California caller. Let's go to Gina. Gina in California, good morning. Let's see, hello, Gina. You there? All right, Gina in California. Oh, there you are. Hey, how you doing?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, I was in California. I'm from Blackajajin territory. So, hey, with that Viper, great job. My daughter just turned 45 yesterday, and I'm feeling Well, I don't know, but I think I need some Fortify.
Wow. You don't sound a day over 30
No,
yourself.
not at all.
Wow.
Not at all.
I'm the one. A couple of weeks ago, I had COVID in the red zone, so everything kind of melted, and I have the dry eye, the constant. I take my allergy eye drops before I had COVID, but now it's just like it doesn't work. I take the liquid eye drops, the artificial tears with that, and that's where we ended off a couple weeks ago.
Well, I tell you what, I would try a few things. Number one, make sure you're drinking enough water. All right, good spring water. I would try doing a hot compress on your eye 2 to 3 times a day for 10 minutes, or something like the Bruder mask or the Optase mask. If you haven't already, I would invest in either the Fortify Advanced Dry Eye Therapy, or go to our website at fortify.com. Look at the ingredient profile that is in the Advanced Dry Eye Therapy, and you can order that. Remember, we've shipped to California, free shipping, believe it or not. So that's a combination of 3 of our nutrients, our Fortify Super Omega, our black currant seed oil, and our Fortify Focus, all in one box, a little over $60. So it's a pretty doggone good deal. If you get on the auto ship program, you get another 15% off. So we're not making it hardly any profit. We don't even double the price of these things. And at that, it's about a 35% discount. We're really giving a good deal. So Advanced Dry Eye Therapy is based on a lot of good clinical research, lowering inflammation in the eye and in the entire body. So you can read about that science on our website. And then I'd use a good lubricating eye drop. The problem is most of the lubricating eye drops you buy over the counter, Gina, aren't that good. They're like water. They don't last a long time. There's 2 lubricating eye drops that I really like: Oasis Tears Plus or Optase Intense Tears. And both of those are on our website. You can usually only get them through eye doctors' offices. You can get them through a local optometrist or ophthalmologist in California, or just go to fortify.com. Once again, it's free shipping as well. So try these things. Heat up the lids, hot compress, drink more water, take the nutrients that are in the Fortify Advanced Dry Eye Therapy, use a good lubricant like Oasis or Optase, and then keep your lids clean. So when you're in the shower, we wash our hair, we wash under our arms, but we don't scrub our eyelashes. Take a little soap, scrub your eyelashes. We do have lid scrub products that are available that don't burn, but soap or baby shampoo works pretty effectively. So try these things. Eat a banana or an avocado every day, because people that are deficient in potassium not only are at risk of having irregular heartbeats, but are at greater risk of having dry eyes. And then try to eat a diet consistent with the Mediterranean diet, or better yet, the Lang survival diet. Try these things, see how you do. If you're not doing any better, call us back in a month, and I'll tell you the next step. Certainly, there's nothing wrong with going to your optometrist, ophthalmologist, making sure that your diagnosis truly is dry eye. And oftentimes, they'll prescribe medications for this when a natural approach works just as well, if not better.
Hey, that's great. But I had another question. Before, when I talked to you like online, I left a message and we talked about chronic diarrhea. Well, in December, I found out that the diarrhea was being caused because I was blocked, that I had chronic constipation. And this problem had been for like 10 years.
Wow.
Nothing but liquids was coming out. And I was shocked to find out that it wasn't lactose intolerance because of my gastric bypass in 2003. So before, I was like hesitant of trying to try your products because I was so lactose intolerant.
Right.
I thought I would just die if I took any milk-based product.
Sure.
And so I just passed, and not knowing that, this could have helped me. a lot. And I didn't even try it because, we were so financially strapped because I haven't been able to work.
Right.
And now I feel freer than I did before. So what would you recommend now?
Well, especially if you've had a gastric bypass surgery, and a lot of people after that, they don't get the protein they deserve. And some of the protein is hard for them to break down. So once again, this is something I always recommend you talk with your gastroenterologist or your doctor about. But a good whey protein, I put my patients that have gone through the similar thing with you on a good whey protein, because bang for the buck and for the amount, a percentage size it is, it has the most bioavailable protein. And take one scoop, that's 20 grams of protein. That's the perfect amount at one seating. So you may want to try a protein shake once a day. And that could even be a meal replacement. All right. You can make a smoothie out of that, put some organic berries in there and some goat's milk or coconut milk or hemp milk and blend it together and just make a cup or two of that and drink it down and see how you feel. There is no lactose in there. There is no casein in there. So the things that most people have a reaction to in dairy, they're not going to have a reaction on a good whey protein. Now, remember, there's a lot of whey proteins out there. Everybody needs to read labels. And if you read the label on our protein, like our whey protein isolate, it has, grass-fed whey protein isolate and non-GMO sunflower lecithin. And that's it. Most proteins you buy over the counter, they're going to have 18 other ingredients that you can't pronounce. There's a lot of preservatives. There's a lot of binders. There's a lot of fillers and things that make it creamy that are not good for your digestive system, especially after what you've been through. So you may want to try the whey protein. I think it's probably going to be one of the best sources of protein for you. And then let us know how you're doing, and also let your doctor know that you're going to do this.
Yeah, my doctor, I had my bypass in 2003, and he's Higa, Dr. Kelvin Higa. So he's well known all over the world, but he's, well, when I lost like 187 pounds,
wow,
he wasn't very good with nutrition at the
Right.
time, even though he had a nutritionist on staff and we met with her weekly every week in our support group. I had to find my own nutrition. And I found an energy drink that had 2,500 of micrograms of B12, and it also had, and I ended up in the hospital several times with
Gina.
stuff that was mimicking a heart attack. So I had to get, okay.
Gina, we're getting loaded up on a lot more calls, so I'm going to have to take a few more, but the other thing you may want to consider is the organic blue-green superfood, because it does have digestive enzymes and probiotics, so it's readily assimilated very quickly. It'll allow you to get a lot more fruits and vegetables in a small amount with very low calories. So consider the whey protein isolate and the superfood. Shoot me an email, text me, or call me again, and we'll talk more about this. But we got about 8 people on hold, so we're going to have to get rolling here, okay?
Super cool. Bye, Blackie.
Take care, Gina.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. That was a great call. All right. We're going back to Roger. He's been waiting patiently in Oklahoma. Roger, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning, Dr. Lang. I was wondering, I had a question specifically about juicing, using running fruits and vegetables through a juicer and that sort of thing as a way to get an additional source of extra nutrition, and also maybe possible benefits for macular degeneration. What's your opinion of that?
I love juicing, but never juice carrots with greens, okay? And if you have macular degeneration or suspicious for it, I wouldn't eat a lot of carrots and sweet potatoes because they're very high in beta-carotene. Beta-carotene binds to binding sites on lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin. These are carotenoids that are good for your retina and stops the absorption. So a great juice will be organic kale, organic spinach, a celery, all right, cucumber, and maybe an apple, and you could throw a little turmeric or ginger and juice all that together. So that's basically all greens, okay? And that
Right.
is very good for your retina. That has phytonutrients that are amazing. It has a lot of lutein. All right. It has a lot of zeaxanthin. You can actually throw an orange bell pepper in there too. The orange bell pepper is very high in zeaxanthin, more so than the dark green leafy vegetables. But stay away from the carrots because people are famous for juicing carrots. Okay. And carrots are not the best thing in the world, contrary to what our mama and our grandparents said. You know, eat your carrots because it's good for your eyes. The carrot tops, believe it or not, are better for you than the carrot. Now, if you love carrots, that's fine. You can have carrots and apples, but don't have it at the same time as you take any vitamin that has lutein or zeaxanthin, and don't have it at the same time as you have spinach or kale. So this is a great way to get these antioxidants. Be careful juicing fruits because it's very high in sugar. Vegetables, it's a great way to get a lot of vegetables without getting all the additional calories or the fiber either. So it's a good way to get these phytonutrients. It's very good for your retina, very good for your brain, and good for your heart too.
Very good. Very good. I didn't know that about the carrots. I'd always heard that, yeah, carrots good for the eyes and carrot juice even better. So I'm glad you explained that.
Yeah, so keep on juicing. There's a lot of great juicers out there. Some are very expensive and some are very inexpensive. Believe it or not, I find some of the very inexpensive are just as good. You can buy a juicer for $40. You can pay $570. But the $40 ones work just as good, in my opinion.
Very good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Take care.
One thing that you can do too, caller, is use our superfoods as your base, and then add your veggies to that. And as Dr. Lang said, I really caution people all day long about fruit smoothies because you can really get yourself into trouble with that. They taste great. It's very easy. I do it in my office all the time. Somebody will tell me I'm drinking fruit smoothies all the time. They'll tell me what's in it, and I have the plastic pieces of fruit sitting there, and they'll tell me, well, in my typical smoothie, I put 2 apples, a banana, a bunch of grapes, this and that. Well, I put all this stuff in front of them then, on the desk. And I said, could you eat that? And they, no, absolutely not. There's no way, but I could juice it and drink it. And that's honestly, it's, there's a lot of nutrients in there. There's no two ways about that, but there's also a lot of sugar, and you can tip the scale on that sugar and insulin level real quick by doing that. So just be careful. Lean more towards, as Dr. Lang said, the veggies, and use our superfood as the base for that, and you'll do just fine.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Hey, Roger, how are you listening to this? Are you listening to this online or a radio station in Oklahoma?
On the internet.
All right, good deal.
I used to live down there, and I listened to you all the time when I was living in Ocala. And when I moved up here, I couldn't give it up. Had to get on the internet and listen to you every Saturday morning.
Fantastic. I love Oklahoma. It's a pretty area over there.
Yes, it sure is. Northeast Oklahoma, in the foothills of the Ozark Mountains. Beautiful.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, we used to go kayaking and rafting up in Ozark Mountains. I think it was called Buffalo River State Park. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous there.
All right. Thanks for the call, Roger. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right. And Doc, there is a really good time that you can have a little extra fruit in your smoothie. Okay. And so let's say you go into the gym and you're working out really hard. All right. You worked out, back and biceps, legs, and then you did 30 minutes of cardio. Well, you got to replenish muscle glycogen. And that's when you can use sugar. That's when you can use chocolate milk, or you can put a lot of fruit in your smoothie, because right after working out, that sugar helps replenish this muscle glycogen. And especially if you're using something like a Fortify Fit combined with our Fortify grass-fed isolate, that's the ultimate muscle fuel. We've taken a carbohydrate called highly branched cyclic dextrin that we've put in our Fortify Fit, and we've taken a little bit of organic cane sugar. This is diabetic friendly, so it's not a lot of sugar. And you combine the Fortify Fit along with our whey protein isolate or our super protein, either one of them, shake it up in a shaker, and you don't need the fruit for the sugar, because we're already giving that to you for post-recovery. So not only can our Fortify Fit be used pre-workout, but it can be used post-workout. It's one of the first and the only that is developed like this, that is an all-in-one pre-workout, post-workout for any age. Folks, we've got I've got a 98-year-old patient of mine using Fortify Fit, and he actually came down to Sebring by himself and watched me race at Sebring prior to the pandemic. So he was only, 95 then, right? And I saw him the other day. He's been on Fortify Fit 2 times a day. He hits the gym every day. He walks, he plays golf, and he's almost 100 years of age. So my 16-year-old daughter takes the Fortify Fit. My 94-year-old mom takes the Fortify Fit. Literally thousands and thousands of listeners and throughout the country are taking Fortify Fit. So it's not just for bodybuilders. It's not just for athletes, world-class athletes. We've got a lot of world-class athletes taking it as well, and world champion athletes. But probably the fastest growing segment, Dr. Hall, is our geriatric population over 60 that's taking Fortify Fit because they want to stop that muscle wasting called sarcopenia. And that's kind of our topic today: exercise, doing things to stop muscle wasting, proper nutrition. That's where our Fortify Protein, Fortify Fit comes into play. Combined with exercise, it's like a triple whammy, isn't it?
Absolutely. When we formulated Fit and designed the whole performance line, that's what it was for. It was for mainly towards athletes and hard trainers and things like that. But as we found, and especially through your practice, that it's older folks were getting the benefit of it, and they loved it. And so people are really getting the good results of that combination of our Fit and our protein together. It's great. It works. I'm going to run through real quick while we have just a second here. We'll take another caller after that. But I just want to give you a few benefits of exercise that you may not have thought that really kicked in. But naturally, we know it helps control and maintains your ideal weight. And very simply, there's no mystery to that, folks. There's no secret to maintain your current weight. The calories you eat and drink must equal the energy that you burn. To lose weight, you simply must use less or use more calories than you consume, and it works. One of the other things, the benefits, it lessens your heart disease risk by working out a little bit of exercise. Now, that doesn't mean you have to go to the gym. Walk around the block a little bit. Do some exercising at home. Dr. Lang and I were discussing, we're going to probably make some little videos and put on our website for exercise and like that. So we're going to do a lot of cool things coming up. Also improves your mood and mental health. It elevates it all the way around. It's a chemical thing in the body. I don't have time to explain it now, but it does work. And it helps to keep the mind going. It helps to keep, an active body leads to an active mind, and it helps your learning process and your thinking process. So as we get older, we want to use all those little tricks that we can. Strengthens your bones and muscles, and it slows the loss of bone density. All right. So it helps maintain your muscle mass and your strength. And, as we get older, this is going to lead right into this next one. It will help reduce the risk of falling. Okay. It's going to help your balance. It's going to help your strength. If you have strength in your lower body and your legs and like that, it's going to help with your balance. It's going to help with your strength. I see a lot of older folks, they lose that muscle in their legs and their butt with you, and it's sarcopenia, and we want to try to get rid of that and work on that all we can. And it's 2 other things real quick. It's going to improve your sleep, and it's going to increase your longevity. We're going to get more miles out of you. We're going to get you here. You're going to be on Earth a lot more than what you planned, and that's what we want to do. Dr. Lang and I are both all about the longevity, and as the same thing with longevity is your quality of life. And that's what we try to make sure that you're getting. Life is great. It's even better when that wellness factor is there, and we try our best to help you with that.
Make sure you come by today. Dr. Hall is going to do a little exercise routine for all of you guys and gals at the Fortified Nutrition Center. We'll both be there from 12:30 until 3. That's Fortified Nutrition Center, Clearwater, Florida. You can shop there during the week for all of your vitamin needs. Arlene and Michael and Miss Nita take care of all you guys and gals. So it's right there on McMullen Booth Road. If you're coming off of, coming from Tampa across the Bay Bridge, take a right on McMullen Booth Road. It's about 1 mile down on the left. There's a big public plaza there. Right in there is Fortify Nutrition Center. So come on by today from 12:30 to 3. We'll be there. So let me give you the phone number. We're going to take some more calls. 1-877-969-8600. If you're listening on the internet or you're listening on any of the radio stations, you have a question for us regarding your vision, eye care, a nutritionally related topic, give us a holler. 1-877-969-8600. Remember, anything we talk about is for educational purposes only. It does never replace a medical evaluation or an eye evaluation. It is our opinion as the show hosts, okay? And it's all about educating you, the public. God made a pretty good body. So if we give it the right fuel and we treat it correctly, you're going to live a healthier, longer, more fruitfully productive and happier life. So this whole topic today about exercise and improving muscle strength and muscle mass and looking better and living longer is our topic. But a lot of you will know the answer to this. I'm going to ask you a question right now. What can you take, all right, that boosts your immune system, all right, helps you lose fat, builds muscle, builds strength, detoxifies your body, and helps decrease sarcopenia? It has CLA, lactoferrin, covalent bonded cysteine, immunoglobulins, and it has essential amino acids and branch chain amino acids. What is it? And a lot of you are shouting it out right now, right? Because we've educated you. Whey protein, WHEY, whey protein. But not all whey protein is created equal. Most, Doc Hall is notorious for saying this, are dead proteins. All right. And I like that. Most are dead proteins coming from China. Okay. So you need to learn to read labels. When you look at our label, it says non-denatured, grass-fed. It tells you where it comes from. So when you're looking at a protein, a whey protein, make sure it has those three things. It says non-denatured or undenatured on it. If it doesn't say it, it isn't. And then make sure it says where the cows come from. All right. New Zealand is great. France is great. Australia is great. America is great. And then make sure it says grass-fed. It's got to be grass-fed because then the omega-3 profile is much higher in omega-3, lower in omega-6. So our Fortify Super Protein comes in chocolate and vanilla, and it is instantized with non-GMO sunflower lecithin. That means it shakes up. You don't have to blend it. It is non-bleached, non-GMO, natural organic flavor system. It's a concentrate, which means it does have the good fats, so it's a little higher in the immunoglobulins for your immune system. Also, for a meal replacement, our concentrate's a tad bit better than the isolate. Our grass-fed isolate is from American grass-fed cows, also non-denatured, slightly higher percentage ratio of protein than the concentrate, and it doesn't have any fat at all. So that might be a little bit better if you're just wanting to build muscle and bodybuilders and people like you. Anybody that has any negativity at all to a protein, the isolate may be a little bit better. But Doc Hall, and we talk about this all the time, they're both very close. And so if you want vanilla, you get the super protein. If you want chocolate, you get the super protein. If you want unflavored, you get our grass-fed whey isolate. Also, if you're on a budget, our grass-fed whey isolate is the most cost-effective. It comes 60 servings in a bag for $59.
Yep.
All right. We're going to the phones, Doc. We got to load them up. Load them. They are loading up again. It's hard for me to talk. Too early in the morning. Let's go to, I think it's Tony first. Tony, good morning. Thanks for holding.
Yes. I have macular degeneration, and I've got the wet in my left eye and the dry in my right eye. And I did go see the doc, went down to the institute that you had mentioned a couple years ago down in the Villages.
Right.
Went down there, and they told me it wasn't cataracts, that it was actually macular degeneration. And I'm wanting to find out if there's anything in addition to AREDS2 multivitamin that I can take for my eyes.
Absolutely. I would go to our website at fortify.com and look at something called zinc-free macular defense and look at the nutrient profile. It has all the nutrients that are in the AREDS2 study, but it has much less zinc, basically zero zinc, okay? I was involved in a study using DNA after the AREDS2 study came out, and this DNA study proved that there's a certain relatively high percentage of patients that zinc the high dosages of zinc, 80 milligrams of zinc, could be actually accelerating their macular degeneration. So that's when I developed the zinc-free macular defense. Because, Tony, most of us are getting plenty of zinc in our diet. As long as you're not a 100% vegetarian and you're eating any animal proteins, any meat or fish or chicken or turkey or eggs, I mean, you're getting zinc, okay? So that's why I like the zinc-free macular defense. It's a multivitamin, eye vitamin, VeggieCap, fruit cap, enzymes, everything. And we're revising this formula. In about 3 more months, we're coming out with the next generation of this. It's going to be called Next Gen Zinc-Free Macular Defense. So that is kind of like an insurance policy. You're getting the nutrients based on the latest studies, not just the study you mentioned that was a very old study, okay? So the latest studies, the latest science, but you also have to help it along a little bit more. You got to wear your sunglasses when you're in the sun. You have to eat meals that are very high in these carotenoids. So the perfect meal for macular degeneration is wild Alaskan salmon sauteed in coconut oil. Throw in a little organic kale and or spinach and orange bell peppers, all right? Then put an egg and some goat cheese on top. And you can actually Google the perfect meal or the ultimate meal for macular degeneration. I should come up on the first page, if not number 1. So eat those foods, wear your sunglasses, exercise, make sure you get down to your ideal body weight. Because remember, if you're fat, the lutein and zeaxanthin, the carotenoids that are beneficial for your macula, protecting it, goes to the fat instead of your retina. So, and obviously see your retina specialist per their instructions, because you're probably having injections for that wet form of macular degeneration. But I've been doing this a long time. I have one of the largest macular degeneration optometric practices in the country. And this is what I see all day long, every day. And I see what I've just told you, how it can benefit patients, how it can help to stabilize dry macular degeneration. So the combination of this, along with your retina specialist, is a kind of a triple whammy.
Okay, because one thing you mentioned was the kale, the orange bell peppers.
Oh, Tony, we gotta go. Doc, we only got 9 seconds. I didn't realize it. We don't have time for any more calls. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and listening to Ask the Doctor. I'm out here. Say bye.
Bye-bye. Come and see us at the Bodybuilding Show tomorrow, 2 o'clock.
Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 5 minutes. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 4 minutes. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 3 minutes.